So, this is me doing artwork. When I say artwork, I mean playing. Playing with the controls and seeing what I can do and what happens when I do it. I don't have any plot or plan when it comes to seeing what I want to do. I just pick a color and a brush, in this case calligraphy pen, and start doing something. Sometimes it looks like something, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's just about wanting to make lines on background, about playing with the colors and seeing what happens. I know other people of my acquaintance, my husband and mother, have seen these things and they are amazed at what I can do and about my talent. And I say there is absolutely no talent required. It's a matter of swirling things around and seeing what happens, and if I like it, I like it, and if I don't, I don't. For instance, this here is, Glenn calls this my Dixie Pollock. My name is Dixie. And he thinks this looks like something Jackson Pollock might have done. I think if Jackson Pollock had done it, it would be much better. But I think it accurately describes the style. For me, this is just fun. There is no point or purpose or anything I'm trying to say or make or do. If it looks good, that's a lucky happenstance. I try to do this every day and do anywhere from 1 to 4, sometimes even more, but 1 to 4 of these pictures a day, and I save them. And it's interesting that when I create them, sometimes I think they're good, but most of the time I think they're horrible, and I don't know why I even bothered making them. And yet when I go back later and look at them, I am sometimes rather pleased. I wonder what happened. How did I make something so beautiful? And other times I'm like, what was I thinking? It's interesting, and even then it's interesting having the things that aren't good because I can see them and see what progress I've made. And what I've learned. This here is now the crayon brush. I find it best for making clouds because it, without even trying, makes things in a very cloud-like shape. And I also like it because when you use it in combinations with other colors, it gives a very interesting tone. It blends well. You'll notice that I have pretty much covered up my Dixie Pollock in the background. And that's something else I often do with these things, is start out with making one thing and then I change it and add something else. And by the time I get done, what I have looks absolutely nothing like what I started with. I don't know if you call that art or not. I don't know that any of this is art in any meaningful sense of the word. Sometimes I think to myself, what if someone got the wrong idea and thought this was art, and I ended up as, Vincent van Gogh or something hideously inappropriate, and I was being studied. What would people say about this? And I can't imagine it would be anything very good. They'd probably talk about my bipolar disorder and how I I like to do things left to right and don't do anything in any pattern or purpose, but I don't know that there's any pattern or purpose behind this kind of art other than just making choices, seeing what you like, and going with it. If you think I've made something beautiful here, if you think I've made something horrible here, if you think I should know when to quit, when I'm ahead, or if I simply shouldn't bothered, it's still a period of time out of my day where I did something silly, something useless, something worthless, something just to please myself and have fun. And I don't know if that's of value or not. I post some of these on social media, on Twitter and YouTube, and so far no one's really liked any of them. But I don't know that any of this is about being liked, about appealing to other people, or about making sense, or anything like it. I think this is, if it's about anything at all, it's about just doing. About taking chances, seeing what happens. And yeah, if it doesn't look good, if I didn't succeed in making anything, well, then I didn't. And if I do, well, yay! For me, for this particular piece, I don't know that I like it, but I really love the spiderweb patterns here and the light against all this. It looks kind of foresty and backgroundy and, I don't know, horrible. And then when I'm done, I take this marker pen, take it down to 3 pixels, pick my favorite color, and sign it. That is a capital N, M, with a little line and 2 dots, signed for my online name, Meri, Merii. Now I save this by date, and I am done. Yay!